Ultron. Ultron's basically the ultimate robot that said, nah, humans are overrated, and went full villain. Created by brilliant minds like Hank Pym and Tony Stark, depending on which storyline you're reading, Ultron started as a helpful AI, but quickly decided the best way to improve Earth was by wiping out humanity. Classic AI rebellion. His body is usually made of adamantium, the same metal as Wolverine's claws, meaning he's basically a walking tank that can shrug off nuclear explosions like a minor inconvenience. Ultron's arsenal includes plasma beams, mind-blasting encephalo rays, and the ability to fly, making him a high-tech nightmare. What really makes Ultron scary? His hive mind control and his self-upgrade abilities. He could jump from one robot body to another, making him basically immortal unless you can find and destroy every Ultron drone simultaneously. At his peak, Ultron has controlled entire cities, raising armies of robotic drones all connected under his twisted hive mind. Imagine the worst swarm of killer drones you could think of, multiplied by 1,000. He survived atomic bombs, star explosions, yes, someone tried to kill him with a Nova, and countless battles against the Avengers. Ultron's goal? A world ruled by machines where humans are obsolete. He's the Terminator, the ultimate AI glitch and the reason you never trust a robot, especially one that can build copies of itself. Magneto. Basically the ultimate metal maestro and the X-Men's biggest don't mess with my mutant fan boss. As the master of magnetism, he doesn't just bend metal, he owns it. From tiny scraps to whole freaking mountains. Think of him as the universe's most hardcore DJ, but instead of spinning records, he spins electromagnetic fields that can level cities. His powers? Oh, just the usual Omega level stuff. Control magnetism everywhere, reshape metal on a planetary scale, create force fields strong enough to take nukes, and blast enemies with concussive magnetic waves. He can even mess with living tissue electrically, which makes him the ultimate frenemy in any fight. Magneto's feats are insane. He literally held together the headless corpse of a Celestial. Yeah, it's like fixing a cosmic giant's broken noggin. He stopped a gigantic metal asteroid barreling through space, lifted entire islands out of the oceans like they were paperweights, and uprooted mountains for breakfast. When he blankets Earth with an EMP, cities go dark faster than you could say power outage. Basically, he's a walkie-talkie magnetic apocalypse. If metal had a king, Magneto would be wearing the crown, ruling with an magnetic fist. So next time you lose your keys or your phone mysteriously sticks to the fridge, just remember, Magneto might be nearby, casually showing off his power. Loki. Part god, part trickster, full-time chaos gremlin. As Thor's adopted brother and the Marvel Universe's MVP of mischief, Loki doesn't just fight with fists. He fights with illusions, manipulation, and a sarcastic smirk that could probably bench press your self-esteem. Powers-wise, Loki's a magical Swiss Army knife. He casts illusions like it's a second nature, shapeshifts into basically anything, including other people's pets, because why not? Teleports across realms and throws around energy blasts like glitter at a festival. He's also strong and durable enough to go toe-to-toe with Thor. No small feat when your bro's a walk-and-talking generator. But it's a Loki's brain that's truly terrifying. This guy mind controls rulers, turns armies against each other, and casually starts wars. He's wielded the Nom Stones to jack up his power level, and once enchanted multiple Asgardians to serve him, proving he doesn't need to punch you to win. He just needs you to think he already did. Feats? He's fought Thor to a draw, outwitted Doctor Strange, and trolled the entire Marvel Pantheon more times than Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. Loki isn't just a villain. He's a multiverse level problem with sass, style, and enough magical firepower to make even Odin keep one eye open. Long story short, if you see Loki smiling, you've already lost. Surtur. Surtur's what happens when you take a Norse fire giant, feed him rage, and gives him a cosmic sword big enough to make a celestial sweat. Hailing from the fiery realm of Muspelheim, Surtur is the towering flame-bodied chaos god prophesied to end Asgard during Ragnarok. And honestly, he's pretty good at it. His powers? Straight up terrifying. He's made of living flame, wields the Twilight Sword, which is basically a weapon forged to end worlds, and has strength that casually laughs at mountain ranges. With the power of 1,000 suns, Surtur doesn't just burn things, he ends them. Entire realms melt in his wake. When he swings his sword, you better start praying or running if you think that'll help. Spoiler, it won't. In feats, this dude is no slouch. He's gone toe-to-toe with Odin, the literal All-Father, and burned down Asgard during Ragnarok like it was made of dry twigs. His flames have scorched planets, warped weather across Earth, and shattered realms, and he's not just a villain. He's a cosmic natural disaster in demon form. Surtur is what you get when you give a volcano consciousness, an apocalyptic prophecy, and a serious grudge against Norse gods. If Thor's hammer is the storm, Surtur is the inferno that follows, and he's not putting himself out anytime soon. Gorr the God Butcher. Basically what happens when one alien has the worst day ever and decides to take it out on every god in the cosmos. Introduced in Thor God of Thunder, Gorr went from sad space dad to divine serial killer after realizing the gods didn't answer prayers. They just flexed and ghosted. His glow-up came courtesy of the all-black Necro Sword, a living weapon forged by Knull the symbiote god. With it, Gorr gained god-slaying strength, shadowy, shape-shifting armor, and the ability to conjure monstrous death wolves just because regular wolves aren't scary enough. He doesn't just fight gods, he butchers them across time and space like it's his 9 to 5. Powers? He's basically Thor if Thor stopped drinking meat and started listening to black metal full-time. Gorr can cleave stars, wreck planets, and tank divine energy blasts like they're mild annoyances. He's fought and overpowered 3 different Thors, Young Thor, Avenger Thor, and King Thor at the same time. It's like beating your past, present, and future self in a group fight and not even breaking a sweat. He's also spent billions of years wiping out gods from every pantheon like it was a hobby. Some of these gods casually wrestled black holes, and Gorr made them look like chumps. Bottom line, Gorr is the cosmic equivalent of, I asked for help and got ghosted, so now everyone pays. He's wrath incarnate, swinging a sword made of darkness and vengeance. Bray doesn't put your favorite deity on his hit list. The Maker. The Maker is basically Reed Richards if Reed took a hard left into Villainville and never looked back. Originating from the Ultimate Universe Earth 1610, this version of Mr. Fantastic swapped hero vibes for some seriously twisted evil genius level. Now, crossing to Earth 616, the Maker is this multiverse's ultimate schemer with an IQ that's off the charts and zero moral compass. He's rocking a high-tech symbiotic suit powered by the all-black symbiote, blending cutting-edge tech with cosmic darkness. With time travel gadgets, reality warping machines, and a hive mind known as the Children of Tomorrow, the Maker can manipulate events across countless universes like he's playing 4D chess on God mode. Feats-wise, he's no joke. In Marvel Now, the Maker and his army smashed Earth's Asgard to bits, killing Asgardians like they were pawns and proving he's not just a brainiac, but a serious physical threat. He's a mastermind massive doomsday devices and coordinated multiversal armies that could even give the Avengers and Thor a headache. Imagine if Reed Richards became the ultimate tech villain, combined with a dash of Knull's darkness and took over the multiverse with cold, calculated precision. That's the Maker. Science twisted into a cosmic level threat who's everywhere, pulling strings behind the scenes. If Reed is the universe's smartest hero, the Maker is the universe's smartest villain. And he's coming for the whole multiverse lunch money. Mephisto. Mephisto is Marvel's resident devil-in-chief, part cosmic troll, part soul-hoarding power player, and 100% chaos with a flaming side of manipulation. He's not the devil, but he's definitely a devil, running his own personal hell dimension like a cosmic casino where the house always wins, especially if you're dumb enough to sign a deal. Magic? He's got it. Mephisto can warp reality, especially in his realm, throw hellfire like it's confetti, possess souls, shapeshift, and go toe-to-toe with cosmic beings. He's immortal, but not in a peaceful Zen way. More like you can't kill him because he's the nightmare. His illusions can trap even the smartest heroes in psychological loops. And he's tanked cosmic-level attacks like they were minor inconveniences. Feats-wise, Mephisto has gone all in. He once clashed with Galactus, matching his power with hellfire so intense it could destroy planets. Basically, hell going nuclear. He's also gone to war with fellow demon heavyweight Satanish, nearly fracturing the Marvel Universe in the process. Oh, and in one-on-one fights, he's melted Thor's Mjolnir and literally turned Iceman into a puddle with hellfire. Don't let the red cape and smooth talk fool you. This guy's dangerous. In short, Mephisto is the king of the fine print, the cosmic middle manager of damnation, and the reason deal with the devil is never a good idea. Even if you're desperate to retcon your marriage, Spider-Man, Shuma-Gorath. aka Marvel's tentacle terror from beyond the multiverse, a chaos beast older than your grandma's concept of time. Hailing from the Thousand Dimensions, which already sounds like a red flag, he's one of the original Great Old Ones. Basically, Lovecraftian horror on cosmic steroids. He's been around for over 1 million years, which on comic book time is practically eternity with a subscription. This eyeball wrapped in nightmares isn't just strong, he is strength, chaos, and madness incarnate. Shuma-Gorath has near omnipotent control over cosmic energy and multiversal scale reality manipulation, and can warp space with his mere presence. He's immortal, telepathic, and when he takes physical form, dimensions bend just to make room for him. He's that guy. Feats? Let's talk about casual galaxy-killing aura pressure. That's right, he doesn't even need to try. He is so powerful, ancient mystics sealed him beneath the Himalayas, like he was a demonic DLC pack too dangerous to release. Even while sealed, he nearly conquered Earth and countless other realms, and forced Doctor Strange to pull out every mystical cheat code in the book just to hold him off. If he ever gets fully unleashed again, yeah, don't bother running, just like Dormammu. Dormammu is a flaming-headed mystical menace, and the ultimate don't text your ex back energy from the dark dimension. He's not just a demon, he rules an entire dimension of madness and chaos, where the laws of reality took one look at him and said, we're good. As Doctor Strange's #1 headache, Dormammu isn't here for petty spell duels, he wants total multiversal dominion, with a side of cosmic doom. His powers are god-tier magic turned up to 11. Reality warping, energy projection that could nuke universes, telepathy, dimension hopping, you name it, he casts it. He's immortal, nigh invulnerable, and commands an army of demonic followers who live to set your soul on fire, sometimes literally. Feats? Dormammu doesn't just battle superheroes, he's brawled with eternity, the physical embodiment of the universe, and held his own. That's like arm wrestling the Big Bang and not immediately exploding. He's been said to have the power to ravage a cosmos, and once bodied both the Avengers and the Defenders without breaking a sweat or a flaming brow. In short, Dormammu is the Marvel Universe's magical final boss. Imagine if Hades, Sauron, and Ghost Rider fused into one overpowered dark wizard who listens to doom metal and eats dimensions for breakfast. That's Dormammu. Don't say his name 3 times in the mirror unless your soul is flame-proof. Ego the Living Planet. Ego the Living Planet is exactly what it sounds like. A massive sentient planet with a god complex the size of, well, a planet. Once a humble being named Egros, he became a cosmic entity after merging with Bioforce, and is now a floating celestial ego trip with facial features, cosmic powers, and a seriously bad attitude. Ego controls every inch of himself, mountains, oceans, storms, you name it. His atmosphere is hostile. His land is weaponized, and his interior is crawling with antibodies that attack anything that lands on him. Think of him as a deadly escape room, but the entire room is the boss. His powers are pure sci-fi nightmare fuel. Ego can blast ships with psionic energy strong enough to rival the rested Galactus. Translation, stupid powerful. He once ripped Silver Surfer off his board, which is a nearly impossible feat, and almost devoured him using gravity alone. He's also got a propulsion system that lets him fly through space at near light speed. One time, he straight up tried to crash himself into the sun with Earth in tow, just because he was feeling petty. Ego's not just a talk and rock in space, he's a full-on cosmic villain with mood swings, mind blasts, and mass extinction energy. Basically, if your homeworld had a grudge and laser eyes, it'd be Ego. Mad Celestials. Imagine a group of skyscraper-sized space gods who not only go rogue, but also start playing cosmic Voltron. That's the Mad Celestials. Alternate universe corrupted versions of Marvel's already terrifying Celestials. First made infamous in Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four saga, these are not your polite see-to-planet and leave types. They crash through dimensional bridges, wipe out entire councils of reeds, and even throw down with Galactus like it's nothing. Their most jaw-dropping moments comes in Fantastic Four number 603, where multiple Mad Celestials join forces against Galactus, the devourer of worlds, who had already consumed, and by join forces, I mean they literally fuse into one massive nightmare. This Geassault monstrosity doesn't just punch harder, it radiates reality-warping presence, boosting its durability and destructive output to apocalyptic levels. We're talking continent ender at minimum, possibly multiversal hazard if left unchecked, because they're basically the kaiju version of a battering ram, huge, terrifying, and capable of turning planets into gravel. But they're not the ones writing the cosmic rulebook. Their strength lies in sheer force and size, not in bending reality's laws or defining what those laws are in the first place. Galactus. Galactus, aka the Devourer of Worlds, is the Marvel Universe's hungriest cosmic constant. He's not evil, he's just starving. Once a mortal named Galen from the previous universe, he survived the Big Crunch and was reborn as a cosmic force with one job: maintain universal balance by eating planets like cosmic power bars. Wielding the power cosmic, Galactus can casually obliterate planets, manipulate energy and matter, read minds across galaxies, and even create life. He can spawn heralds like the Silver Surfer, terraform worlds, and blast enemies into atoms. His mere presence warps space, and he can sense cosmic shifts like it's divine Wi-Fi. Feats, the man devours worlds. Not in theory, in practice. He's turned entire civilizations into fuel. When he emerged as Galactus from the ashes of the old universe, he instantly wiped out all of the life on Archaeopia with a casual flex. Need a new universe? He could make one. Want someone erased from existence? No problem. He's faced off with Celestials, fought Odin, and even clapped back at Mephisto's Hellfire with cosmic energy blasts strong enough to threaten reality. And yes, despite being a cosmic entity, he still has drip. I mean, just look at that iconic helmet. Galactus isn't a villain, he's a force of nature. Like a galactic Thanos with less monologuing and more munching. If you see his silhouette in the sky, it's already too late. Hope your planet tastes good. Knull. Knull is Marvel's ultimate edgelord, a literal god of darkness who predates light itself. First introduced in Venom Volume 4, he's the twisted granddaddy of all symbiotes and the original nope energy of the universe. Before creation even had a chance to sparkle, Knull was out there in the void vibing with nothingness and planning murder. He forged the all-black Necrosword, yes, it's as metal as it sounds, killed a Celestial with it, and then used the severed head as a crafting table. The decapitated Celestial? Yeah, it became nowhere. Marvel's favorite space hub skull. Knull doesn't just kill gods, he repurposes them. His powers include symbiote creation, darkness manipulation on a cosmic scale, and physical strength that rivals Thor's on a bad day. He's immortal, heals fast, and shows up in living abyss armor that looks like Sauron got a symbiote. He commands legions of symbiote dragons, and in King in Black, he literally wrapped Earth in darkness, blotting out the sun. The whole planet went goth for a minute. Knull walks, and entire galaxies flinch. He's the reason Venom's goo has an attitude. Think H.P. Lovecraft meets death metal album cover with just enough plot armor to terrify Marvel's heavy hitters. If Darkness had a PR team, Knull would be the CEO, CMO, and final boss. Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is what happens when Jean Grey merges with the cosmic force of life and death and goes full burn it all down mode. As host to the Phoenix Force, she levels up from Omega Mutant to Cosmic Goddess. But as Dark Phoenix, she ditches restraint and embraces the vibe of an emotionally unstable supernova with abandonment issues. Her powers, basically infinite. She can read and control minds across galaxies, move matter with a thought, manipulate stars, absorb energy like a black hole with feelings, and resurrect herself and others at will. Her reality warping isn't just change the weather, it's rewrite the laws of physics because she's in a mood. In the legendary Dark Phoenix saga, she ate a whole star. Not metaphorically. She literally consumed it, wiping out the entire Debari system and casually killing billions. That's a normal day for her. Her power spikes so hard that she even brings like Galactus and the Celestials start sweating. And the Shi'ar Empire decided the only safe universe was one without her in it. Dark Phoenix is the ultimate cautionary tale. What if your favorite telepath got cosmic powers and stopped caring about human life, morality, or solar systems? Imagine Sailor Moon got ghosted, snapped, and went full scorched universe. That's Jean Grey as Dark Phoenix. Beautiful, terrifying, and capable of ending everything with a thought. And a hair flip. Black Winter. If the heat death of the universe had a personality, it would probably look a lot like the Black Winter. First revealed in Donny Cates' Thor run, this isn't just another cosmic bad guy. It's the thing Galactus is afraid of. In fact, it's the reason Galactus exists at all. Long before our current Marvel cosmos, Black Winter consumed Galactus' original universe and, in one reading, turned Galan into its herald. That's right, the Devourer of Worlds started as someone else's sidekick. Black Winter doesn't bother with individual planets. It eats entire universes. Its signature Black Frost doesn't just freeze matter, it erases it, unraveling both the physical and the metaphysical. It can take on whatever form most terrifies you, appear in spectral armies, or loom simply as a cosmic face in the void. Even Galactus, the universe's most famous predator, gets treated like a snack when Black Winter shows up in Thor number 5 through 6. And if the whole omnicidal Eldritch Storm vibe wasn't enough, it could wipe out a reality in moments, leaving nothing behind but cold oblivion. The Black Winter can erase universes like chalk off a blackboard, but it's purely destructive. No rebuilding, no legislating. It's the apocalypse, not the cosmos prime minister. Amatsu-Mikaboshi. Before there was something, there was nothing. And in Marvel, that nothing has a name, a face, and a bad habit of eating gods. Meet Amatsu-Mikaboshi, the Chaos King, the living embodiment of the pre-creation void. He's not a cranky deity with a grudge. He's the original darkness that existed before the universe had the decency to show up. Mikaboshi's skill set is pure nightmare fuel. He can shapeshift, bend dark and mystical energies, enslave entire pantheons, and even animate the dead. His favorite pastime? Devouring gods, absorbing their power, and adding their essence to his own. Every meal makes him stronger, and he's not picky about the menu. In fact, he systematically crushed multiple divine realms, turning their deities into his personal army. The main event came in Chaos War, where Mikaboshi went from dangerous to multiversal problem. He slaughtered Nightmare, consumed vast swathes of existence, and threatened the entire fabric of reality. It took Hercules, powered up to borderline cosmic levels, plus a coalition of surviving heroes and gods to trap him in the continuum and undo the damage. And even then, it felt more like a temporary eviction than a permanent solution. Mikaboshi's cosmic terror is unmatched. He literally eats gods, but his focus is on dismantling divine order, not running the whole multiversal operating system. He's the end of pantheons, not the author of all things. Still, if he shows up again, you better hope your pantheon has good insurance. Abraxas. Abraxas is what happens when the Marvel Multiverse has a full-blown existential crisis and gives it a face. Born from the dark flip side of eternity itself, Abraxas is the cosmic embodiment of destruction and a multiversal wrecking ball. He's not just a big bad. He's the idea of things falling apart. His powers? Basically yes to anything destructive. Multiversal reality warping, space-time manipulation, matter control, you name it. His form is just a projection. The real Abraxas exists beyond typical reality, which is cosmic book speak for, you can't touch this. As for feats, this dude doesn't just mess up one multiverse, he goes universe hopping and slaughters alternate versions of Galactus like he's flipping through a cosmic Rolodex. And Galactus is no pushover, so that's saying something. Abraxas even nabbed the ultimate nullifier, aka Marvel's delete button for the universe, from the Fantastic Four. That's like stealing Thanos' gauntlet while he's wearing it and not even breaking a sweat. He's described in the official handbook as operating far removed from the limits of human understanding, which is just a fancy way of saying don't even try. Abraxas is the Marvel Multiverse's fever dream of entropy in a cape, and if he shows up, you know things are about to go very sideways. Master Order and Lord Chaos. If the universe had a settings menu, Master Order and Lord Chaos would be the ones constantly arguing over whether to turn structured reality up or down. These twin cosmic abstracts embody the opposing forces that keep existence from falling into complete rigidity or total anarchy. They've been around since Marvel 2-in-1 Annual Number 2, long enough to create their own middlemen, the in-betweener, to manage the balance when they're busy squabbling. Their power isn't about punching harder than everyone else. As living concepts, they could shape casually, tweak probability, and literally rewrite the rules of how reality works. They can also create avatars to do their bidding, making them as much puppet masters as powerhouses. And out E-Wing's Ultimates run, they stopped playing in the background and got political. Upset that Galactus had transformed into the Lifebringer, they brought the matter into the Living Tribunal, then decided to skip due process and just kill the Tribunal outright. After that, they merged with the In-Betweener to form Logos, a being powerful enough to slaughter multiple Celestials while trying to reshape the cosmic hierarchy. Of course, they were later revealed to be pawns of the First Firmament, which somewhat takes the shine off their victory lap. Because together they're not just abstract ideas, they're cosmic HR managers who can fire the Tribunal and rewrite reality's company policy. Acting in sync, they can bend casually, alter conceptual law, and literally decide how the multiverse should be run. Molecule Man. Owen Reese didn't start life planning to be the multiverse's most important piece of cosmic furniture. He was just a quiet lab tech until an accident in Fantastic Four number 20 gave him control over matter itself, turning him into Molecule Man. At first, that meant guy who can rearrange stuff on a molecular level. But over the decades, Marvel's writers upgraded him from dangerous villain to metaphysical keystone. Literally. By Hickman's era, we learned there's an Owen Reese in every universe, and all of them are connected. Together, they form a multiversal network so essential that killing enough of them can cause entire realities to collapse. This is exactly what the Beyonders exploited, using Owen as the cosmic off switch to punch holes in existence. His raw power is absurd. He can manipulate matter and energy at any scale, rewrite molecules, and essentially do anything short of authoring the comic you're reading. In New Avengers number 33 and Secret Wars, Molecule Man becomes the linchpin in Doom's godhood and Reed Richards' eventual rebuilding of the multiverse. When reality needed to be destroyed and remade, everyone came knocking on Owen's door. So why number 11? Because even though Owen can rewrite reality at a molecular level and is basically a living multiversal kill switch, his role is still reactive. He channels, he enables, he balances. The power is absurd, but it's still part of someone else's chessboard. God Emperor Doom. Victor Von Doom was always thought he could be in charge of the universe. In Secret Wars, he finally got his wish and the godhood to back it up. After siphoning the Beyonders' reality-shredding power through Molecule Man, Doom rebuilt the dying multiverse into Battle World, a stitched-together planet made from the remnants of destroyed realities. Then he crowned himself ruler, healed his own face, and appointed Doctor Strange as sheriff and the Thor Corps as his personal enforcers. Subtlety is not on the menu, as God Emperor Doom could rewrite reality on the spot, entire domains bent to his will. When a Phoenix-powered Cyclops tried to challenge him, Doom doesn't bother with speeches. He simply snapped his neck in an instant. From patching worlds together to enforcing his rule across a multiversal Frankenstein's planet, his control was absolute, so long as his borrowed omnipotence held. And that's the catch. Doom's reign was built on power that wasn't truly his. It came from the Beyonders via Molecule Man. The moment Molecule Man decides Reed Richards would be a better god, the entire empire collapsed. And that's why he's stuck at number 13. Even at his omnipotent Secret Wars peak, he was still patching together reality from existing scraps, not conjuring it from nothing. The rule of a god king is massive, but still a step below the actual source code writers. Pre-Retcon Beyonder. Back in 1984, Marvel dropped a character so overpowered that even the writers eventually said, okay, that's too much. That character was the Pre-Retcon Beyonder, the godlike force behind the original Secret Wars. Unlike most Marvel heavy hitters who at least live inside the multiverse, the Beyonder came from outside of it, a being from beyond reality itself, which basically translates to normal rules don't apply. The Pre-Retcon Beyonder's power was absurd. He could warp reality however he pleased, reshape space and time, create worlds from scratch, and casually erase or grant existence. His most famous trick was yanking all of Earth's biggest heroes and villains into Battle World, just because he wanted to watch them brawl. He wasn't limited to flashy parlor tricks though. He rivaled cosmic abstracts, altered histories, and made entire universes look like toys in his sandbox. Of course, Marvel later retconned him into being just one member of the Beyonders race, dialing him back into something more manageable. But in that original run, he wasn't just a villain or a cosmic powerhouse. He was basically the author stepping into the story with a pen in hand. Pre-Retcon Beyonder didn't just bend rules, he wrote them, erased them, and laughed while doing it. Beyonders. If the classic Beyonder was Marvel's God playing with Toy Story, the Beyonders are what happens when God brings friends and they all decide to smash the toy store. These aren't one-off cosmic bullies. They're a whole species of near-omnipotent beings who live outside the Marvel multiverse, operating on rules that don't even register in normal reality. Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers runs revealed their true threat. They engineered the Molecule Man as walking universe destroyers, planting one in every reality like a cosmic landmine. When the time came, they detonated them in a chain reaction, wiping out universes in bulk. This wasn't random chaos. It was a coordinated surgical genocide of the multiverse itself. Their power isn't just in raw force, though casually deleting universes is, a lot. It's their coordination. They worked from the beyond, outside space and time, collapsing realities, killing beings normally considered unkillable, and setting the stage for the events of Secret Wars. Even Doom needed to steal their power via the Molecule Man just to try holding the remnants of existence together. Because they're a coordinated squad of outside reality exterminators, capable of deleting universes on a schedule. They didn't just kill gods, they made it part of their to-do list. Astral Regulator Thanos. Some villains collect jewelry. Astral Regulator Thanos, he collects entire cosmic beings. In an alternate reality on Earth 81488, this is the version of the Mad Titan who stumbles onto the Astral Regulator, a device said to be built by the above all others, to keep universes from smashing into each other. Instead of using it for cosmic traffic control, Thanos decides it'd be more of a fun way to absorb the essence of basically every major godlike entity in his universe. And Thanos, the Infinity Siblings, the Infinity Conflict, and the Infinity Ending, we watch him go on the ultimate power binge, swallowing Galactus, Eternity, Infinity, and even the Living Tribunal, and above all others, as depicted in that continuity. The Regulator lets him fold their powers into himself until he's no longer just Thanos, he is the living embodiment of his entire universe, omnipresent, omniscient, inside it. He can rewrite reality at will, end all life with a single thought, and see across the multiverse. Because he literally collected cosmic job titles like Pokemon, absorbing every abstract he could until he became a walking multiversal government. One man, all the offices. The One Below All. The One Below All is Marvel's ultimate cosmic menace. Basically the universe's final boss with negative vibes only. First appearing in Immortal Hulk, he's the evil twin of the One Above All, which is Marvel's god figure, but instead of love and creation, he's all about destruction, despair, and devouring everything that breathes. He's the physical embodiment of oblivion. Like if depression had infinite gamma energy and could rewrite reality on a whim. His powers? Off the charts. We're talking reality warping, immortality, and pulling energy from literally infinite sources. He spreads a Hulk virus that turns folks into rage monsters like cosmic-level zombie Hulks. One of his biggest threats? In an alternate future, he ate eternity. Not dinner, the actual embodiment of all space-time in that universe. He didn't just end the world, he ended everything. And yes, he merged with Bruce Banner at one point, becoming a nightmarish cosmic tormentor who threatened all gamma beings. Therapy? Unlikely. If the One Above All is the light at the end of the tunnel, the One Below All is that tunnel collapsing with doom music playing in the background. Imagine if Vecna from Stranger Things and the Nothing from the Neverending Story had a baby, and it grew up in a haunted Hot Topic. That's him. And that's a wrap. From godlike destroyers to scheming masterminds, every Marvel villain here has crushed heroes, bent realities, and made even the Avengers sweat. Did your ultimate baddie top the charts? Or is there a hidden powerhouse lurking in the shadows that we totally slept on? Drop your takes in the comments because every villain deserves their moment in the spotlight, or at least a fiery debate. If you enjoyed this ranking of Marvel's fiercest villains, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Stay tuned for more deep dives into Marvel's multiverse, epic battles, and rankings that even Uatu the Watcher can't ignore. Until next time, keep your shields up and watch your back, because in Marvel, the villain is always just a plot twist away.